200 some odd rotors now.
That is very good.
Very nice.
There you are. I also put little, what the heck is in this bin, lips out the front of the RIPS rotors and mod frames.
You don't need to yell every time I hop on voice chat, baby girl. Come here.
But Cat.
All right. So today's job is a lot.
Oh boy. We're probably not getting through the next job in a session, but because what we really got to do is kind of make a lot of this go away. Well, not make it obsolete. I wouldn't say make it go away, because I think we've got a plan for what we want to do with these nodes.
Which nodes?
The ones here at home. The
coal
pure
nodes?
copper, pure
It's going to turn into our
steel.
Yeah, our steelworks.
'Cause
Basically, the mech
coal and iron and copper are all right here, so we'll do steelworks here. Just means we've got to pick where we want the ironworks and copperworks to be.
Basically, yeah.
First thing I'm doing is going to rehash my biofuel generator. Now that I can make a proper building for it.
Oh, the fuel maker?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Because the bin is full. It stopped making things, so now is the time for me to tear it down and fix it.
Yeah, like I threw a little bit of random plant life in there, but it's probably idle right now.
Yeah, it's fed through already.
Where do we want to go with the ironworks? Because I think the ones over here are the normals. Yeah, there's two normal nodes over here.
This whole thing looked nicer.
So you're thinking of extending out into the desert to the west to start to build a big box ironworks?
Oh, that's right. There's a whole bunch of nodes in the middle of the desert, aren't there?
There's a bunch of various quality nodes spread out here in the desert. Yeah.
Okay, head to the western desert, find a good pure iron and a good pure copper node, and really start going to town. Or a couple of them, if I can find a couple nearby.
You are like right next to a pure node.
Oh. I wasn't going to get any closer than that. Okay. I mean, one could be a start. Probably going to have to seize ownership of it. Seize the means of production.
But yeah, you're spoiled for choice when it comes to nodes you can piece together and how much ore you can send to one building. You just might have to. It just might be split up into several different parts and belts.
Yeah, we have to interconnect them, but that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's mainly iron and a smattering of copper out here. At least I'm pretty sure.
Iron, 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 iron. Lots of iron. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot. They're kind of a little bit spread out, but which is why I was kind of looking at those two. Well, two normals makes a pure, so.
Yep.
All right, then I think what I'm going to do is start with one of the, because there's like that cluster of pure iron nodes. I'm going to grab kind of the one in the middle of that cluster, which is a little bit further west of where we are. A little further west and a little south. And use that as kind of the core center of the project. Yeah, this one. Pretty sure is the one I want. And then try to build such that as we need more production, we bring in sources from around this to this location and just build it such that, like, okay, here's the first couple of assemblers, but we'll leave room on that floor for a bunch more.
All roads lead to iron.
All roads lead to iron. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
And you've got plenty of space.
I'm not hurting for space, that's for sure. And I see, yeah, I even have power relatively nearby.
Relatively.
It's actually within spitting distance. Okay, let me come back with materials. So I feel like that's going to be my thing, is I'm going to be making the start of the big ironworks, which will be a modest ironworks to start. And then we can make it bigger and bigger and bigger. That's going to be my plan for now. Okay, so I need a shopping. I'll be happy when we get better miners, too.
And I think my plan's going to be to head to those coal nodes to the north and build even more coal generators.
It's really hard to go wrong with more power. Because that's the thing, like, as soon as we start bringing more stuff online, we're already going to be at the capacity of the existing coal power plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's the first thing you do after you complete a coal power plant? Build another one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Each set of 8 gives you, 600
600,
megawatts. Yeah, 600 megawatts.
Yeah.
It's 75 per, so...
Excellent.
So I can
concrete.
triple our stable production. Power generation, rather.
No.
I just need a whole bunch of materials.
I hopefully have left some behind.
16 coal generators, 6 water extractors, 2 miners. Yeah, it's going to be great. And a lot of rips just to cart them over to the ocean.
There should be rips, and the other, our auxiliary rips factory has like 100 and some odd in it as well, so...
Definitely.
And I've only touched a little bit of what you've got in yours.
This is going to be a bit of an undertaking.
Best kind.
But it will pay off. With not having to worry about power for a while.
Yeah, we'll have several game sessions where we don't even have to worry about power once we get that part going. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
good.
not where I wanted to be.
Good 600 rips should be fine. Should get us most of the way there.
Is the one I wanted, yes.
Need a bunch of
Certain outputs.
cable. A bunch of cable. Oh, thank goodness for all this inventory space.
There's a reason we were prioritizing that stuff.
Yup. All the rotors in the bin, sorry. I do actually need all of them.
That's why they exist.
Okay. And a couple portable miners, of course. And let's see, miscellaneously you need stuff for power poles. Need to run a line out there. And stackable poles. Probably going to want some more plates and rods. Just kind of for the road. We have a few, thankfully. Okay, I might actually just be able to run out and do this.
Sweet.
Oh, we already ran power out there to do the
Oh, nice.
the quartz thing earlier, right?
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah. Alright, so just head on out. I'm gonna end up collecting a decent supply of these barrel nuts along the way, too, with all these treks I keep going on.
That's not too shabby, really. Foundations.
Solid biofuel.
Alright, here we are.
Oh, well, that's not the worst plan I've ever had. It's not necessarily the best, but...
You know, the Xener Basher was also a good investment.
Yeah. Self-defense mechanisms for the win. Nope, nope, not doing that. That moment when you realize what you actually have to do is build up to above the ridge of the
dunes,
highest
yeah.
dune.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, let's build these here. No, no, I won't. I will hate myself later if I do not build up now.
Alright. And with power here, the enemies will stop respawning here. Huzzah. Alright, now to figure out what direction I'm traveling in and where I am hitting the ocean.
What we told you about beating the ocean up?
It knows what it did. It's just like... Well, what I'm actually asking is, where's the nearest body of water to here? Because the north is just a cliff to a bottomless pit.
Oh, haha, I guess what I did. I came out here without a very important thing.
Oh?
Any rips whatsoever.
Hmm.
Oops.
Like, I don't need lots, but I am on a pure node, and 60 per is not going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, for Pete's sake. Gonna have lots of spitter remains, too, when I come back.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, so the reason why this drops off to a cliff over a desert is because there's a waterfall here.
Ah,
Where the northeast point ends in the waterfall, which is actually very pretty. And there's a normal coal node right next to it.
I think they were trying to tell you something.
Yeah. Two normal coal nodes. No. Oh, no. Okay, two normals and an impure, but, That does raise a question of whether I would rather use these lesser nodes and save the pures for something else later. Since it's
As
just...
much as I'm going back and forth between these two sites that are right along this power line, I'm almost tempted to get a zip line just to make this slightly quicker. I'm embarrassing myself.
Let's see, I would get... Well... 12 instead of 16 coal generators, but... maybe? It would... It would make slightly more sense to use the ones closest. And it would be a difference of 4 coal generators. I'd be getting 4 less than I would otherwise. And then, cause those pure coal nodes are right next to this big old quarry with limestone, iron, and copper, which is just begging for some kind of factory.
Okay, yep, I still hate the zip line.
And if I'm gonna be, you know... If I'm gonna go by that logic, I could also tap the impure node right next to the other one too and just build another 4 there, make up the difference there. Yeah, maybe. Although I need to think of the water extraction setup, because if I'm doing less than 8, then I can't just do 3.
Well, 3 extractors is kind of like slightly overkill for the 8 anyway. It's like the math is a little funny on that.
Yeah, but it keeps the flow rate relatively even the way it splits.
Welcome back, it says. Well, that's nice, but that's not what I'm here for. Architecture. Five. I doubt we've got 5 of those things.
Well, on the other hand, those are pures, these are normals, which go to these normals probably better anyway. So I'm probably better off just carting over the pures to make coal power. and leaving the normals here for if we do end up using something in this quarry. Then that'll just be closer too.
Need more of those.
All right, yeah, it's we're probably going with the original plan.
But you'd have kicked yourself if you hadn't at least considered.
Yeah, if I had done all that and then noticed the nodes there, I would have been like, ah. All right, now I need to actually build a way down to the water level here.
Nope. Miss a jump, and you're just... Nope, you're not getting up there ever again.
Oh no.
Yeah, the zipline thing still annoys me. Okay, I need a way up there.
That's okay.
The player's in the way. That's me.
Yeah, I love that. Smee's me.
How close the surface that put us? Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Okay. Not at all terrifying amount of height difference. All right.
I need signs as soon as we are able.
I know. The problem is we need to start syncing things to do that.
Yeah.
Because we have like 3 tickets, which I don't think is
Not
actually
enough.
the 1 meter signs might be only like 2 or 3.
I'll go check. Signage would be awesome.
Because it's the 1 by 1 signs that are what you put on the
Need 5 tickets for that. The label signs is 2.
yeah, which is better than nothing, but at the same time, yeah, we really just need to be syncing more stuff, which until we're overproducing is not a thing we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I am staring down the edge of the map, and I'm not sure how far I'm allowed to go.
Ugh.
I have a rudimentary building put together for the biofuel generator. It has storage bins for alien products and biofuel. So that way it's not all getting turned into biofuel. I could have condensed this, but I didn't want to.
You could probably take some of those copper sheets like a couple stacks of those and throw them in the smasher.
True.
We're not using. I mean, obviously, Spud's about to use a chunk of copper sheets.
Yeah,
But
very, very decent. I've got the copper sheets I need. I have them all on hand, so.
Yeah, I'll toss some in.
yeah, I mean, that'll get us a ticket or two anyway. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, grab the wrong. Tried to use the zip line and it put me on the wrong arm of the. Yeah, okay. I'm not a fan of thwip release. All right, it's never gonna be my favorite way to get around.
No.
I tried. I gave it a try, trying to make my journey back and forth a little easier. Like, it gives you a little hop when you let go, so you don't have to worry about trying to hit the spacebar or something like that. But then it's like trying to catch the next line, and when the line is in a straight line, you don't go through the power pole very well. You bonk into it, which throws you off. So unless the power lines are on kind of a zigzag, it makes it really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
I need to step away for a few minutes. Apologies.
No problem.
I will be back as soon as I'm able.
No worries. Boop.
Well, the question is,
Boop.
the pure copper node at our base is going to eventually be fed into the megaworks. There's a
That's the
normal.
steelworks, right?
Yeah. Do we? Come on, words.
What are words?
Should I get our basic copper production moved to like one of the normal copper nodes that we're sitting on a million of?
Yes. We're never going to need more than normal for the basics.
Okay.
Like, that'll keep us in wire and cable and copper sheets just fine.
Okay. Then I will get that made over here by this copper node.
Oh, right. We don't have wall plugs at all, so this is all going to be power towers.
Yeah.
Suck. So boring, so basic.
There's another limestone node out there that I'm going to also get going for concrete because I know we're going to need a lot of it very quickly.
Yeah, it can't. Absolutely cannot hurt to start getting on top of that. Oh yeah, this is so very temporary.
If we had smart splitters, I'd be able to set up this normal copper node to sync things, but since we don't have smart splitters,
Right.
I can't do that.
Power plugs are on the front. Right. Iron ingots. Iron ingots.
Ran all the way out here, did not bring a portable miner with me to even make a miner. Good job.
Nope. I always know when I forget that I needed to bring enough stuff to make an equipment workshop to be able to do things. I don't even have enough for that. What the heck?
Yeah. Make 2 of these since I plan on getting the other limestone node working as well.
Okay, because this is absolutely going to be smelter central. Like as I add iron nodes to this, I'm just going to keep adding
You know what's
smelter
great?
stuff.
Because we've got that limestone node right next to our steelworks, reinforced steel
EIBs.
beams.
EIBs.
Yep, EIBs.
Yep.
We won't, because, yeah. But that's another reason why I'm getting this other limestone node going for concrete. So that way the concrete that the pure node makes, we don't gotta worry about
Oh,
needing
I
for
want
things.
mergers. Eventually we'll have Mark II miners, so I'll be able to double the production of all of this
Yeah.
at some point. I'm using Mark I belts where I can, but
Wires. Fuels. Also wires.
I should just put a buffer there. That's actually a really good idea. Let's just put a buffer there. Nope, never mind. Not putting a buffer there. Wouldn't fit. Making them ingots. And yes, I'm building up.
Absolutely.
Up, up, up.
All right, I'm
Why?
back.
Why
Sorry
are
about
you-
that.
No
You're
problem.
good.
All right, now to make a really big sloping ramp all the way to...
Did get real pretty out here, though.
Yep. Don't zoop that way, you stupid game.
Never.
I can't wait till we have the freaking walkways, too, because I've got these big concrete ramps going up to each floor now. And it's like, oh, it looks so stupid.
Oh, boy. Ironically, I might need more concrete.
Well, we've got a bunch of it.
I'd say that shouldn't be a problem. Okay.
Alright, how big is one of these things anyway?
No, it's not. Awesome.
About that big, yeah.
Okay, I'm coming home briefly just to look at the existing equipment.
One of the things I'm trying to keep in mind as I build this is that when we get up to, say, you know, Mark II miners and Mark III belts, I'm going to want to be able to extend these.
Yeah.
So I'm trying
Same
to make
problem.
sure. So I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, we're we're on the same, trying to solve the same problem. So I want to make sure that however I'm placing these, I can just like tack more onto the end when it's ready.
Yep. Yeah, like look at my smelter row, and it's like, okay, but I'll soon be able to double this.
Yeah, so I'm going to need a lot more concrete. I'm making very large river platforms. What is this game? It is Satisfactory. It is also generally the review of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure no one in the history of this game's development has made that joke.
No, not at all.
Nah, never happened. I'm really glad we have the alternate rips recipe, because the little rips assembler I've got over here is coming in handy.
Be a minute.
Alright, I'm going to run power out here just so that that step's taken care of and I don't have to worry about re-navigating and rewiring.
Alright, so...
Let's see. Okay.
Oh yeah, so if you haven't seen any of our previous content on this, this is a game about building factories on a big ol' alien planet. Starting from basic materials and working your way up the tech tree for more and more complex materials and devices.
Now that I've fixed my blunder, had it all set up, was proud of myself until I realized that I did not put smelters on the line. Oops.
Ow.
Ah, yeah, when you forget an entire production step, yeah.
Yeah.
I could claim I've never done that, but I would be lying through my teeth.
Alright. It is also set up enough that I can expand it when the time comes.
Alright, I've run a power line down to the secondary generator site.
There is a new basic copper production thing going on. So we no longer need the one at base doing basic copper things.
Tear it down. We can reclaiming all of that will help us in the long run.
Yep, I'm on it.
Where's home base? Oh, it's where the giant space elevator is. Like a
What
North
is
Star.
I'm
First,
just gonna do.
We have a habit of putting the hub and the space elevator pretty much right next to each other, so the HUD pretty much tells you either one of those you're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But one of them is like physically visible from most places.
Yep.
So I've just disconnected the copper miner at base, and I'm gonna let it finish doing its production, and then I'm gonna tear it down.
Yeah. Start with the back, work your way forward. Yep. Because you don't
Yep.
want those ingots. You don't want to have to deal
No.
with those ingots, and I mean, you can sink them, but you might as well get the use out because we still need the cables and the everything
Wires and all that good stuff. All right, time to get that limestone node going that I want to get going.
That sure is a building. Whereas my coal power plants are just like it's a plank on the water.
Yeah, I tried to make the biofuel generator at least somewhat look nice. I don't have doors yet, so I just left holes in the wall.
Yeah, that's all you can really do.
Alright, time to get a new limestone thing going so we can use this limestone for the steelworks when we're ready for that.
25, 30 and 30 is 85 plus another 30. So these 6 machines, 2 and 2 and 2 and 2, is kind of what we can get out of one pure node with a Mark 1. Okay. I was definitely overthinking how I was going to lay out all the equipment. It's just like, nope, just do this. Just replicate what we're doing at the hub in that building, and then mix and match the outputs to get stuff.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. I was definitely overthinking that. It's like, so how many of these do I make, and how many of those? No. We don't. We are not even remotely at the point where that's an issue. I mean, we'll be tearing this all down later too, basically.
Mm-hmm. Always refactoring to get
temporary.
more and more efficiency out of things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Both these limestone nodes are impure.
Yep.
So I wanted to get basic concrete production off of our pure node so we can use it for the steelworks, but
Yeah, slight problem there.
Oh, good. I've got enough. Oh, I need rotors. Well, that's nice. I'm not at the assembler part anyway.
Several times now I've passed by caves that have very narrow sliding entrances. And I'm like, there's probably mycelia and spiders in there.
Yeah. There's good stuff in there. And stingers.
okay, game. Okay, I'm not going to question it.
Uh-oh. What?
I chopped down a tree with my chainsaw, and you know how it takes out plants within a certain radius of whatever you chop down, right?
Right.
It's taking rocks with it.
Okay.
I don't know how, but I'm not going to question it.
Pretty much. Splitters at every step of this process, because again, figure there'll be expansion later.
Everyone saw that. That moment when you go to build, more water platform, and then you walk onto it before you've built it.
Another thing I have literally never done.
Never done it. Mm-mm.
No,
Never.
I'm the only one who's ever done that.
Let the mocking commence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, right. That's this is the part where I'm out of rips already. All right. I know where to go to get more. Oh, hey.
that roughly symmetrical? I think so. All right.
Try taking the zip line out to Spud's Rip's farm.
Would you just get in line? Thank you. Okay.
Oh, we have a coupon. It's not enough, but you know.
Hey, a coupon.
Oh, right, rotors. I need some. Which is great, but need to deliver screws to make more. Okay, let me go cram some more screws in there. And then I will wait. That is fine.
It's always gonna be a little wonky. Alright. Fine.
We're at the we can handle a little wonky on occasion stage, so not really a problem.
So this one impure limestone node can fill one constructor for concrete. I'm doing that for the time being, so at least we have more concrete elsewhere.
Getting made, yeah.
Eventually I'll figure out how to connect the two impure limestones to just make them work together. Two halves to make a whole, that kind of thing.
Well, we were almost filled up the iron plates thingy. You know what? Let's just take some of those, drop them in there. There'll be tickets progress. Not a lot, but there are things we're going to want tickets for before too much longer. Oh, right.
Okay.
Like, right. Did I make more of those? Probably not. Copper sheets. Grab me a few, please.
Don't want your unauthorized hostility.
What part of unauthorized do you not understand?
If I... Okay, this is a
Invalid
normal.
shape.
I could make this one usable. I just need to tear down nature. Screw you, nature.
Yeah. Smart on 9. What does it take? Rotors. Of course it takes rotors. Of course smart splitters take freaking rotors.
Of course they do.
I mean, we're making 4 per minute. I now have enough to make the assemblers. Okay.
Well, that's one set up. Now for the other.
And yes, I realize I'm building a very open-air looking outfit. Figured I would save myself concrete cost and just get the stuff built that I need.
Eat my sick jukes! There we go.
Okay. Cast screws. Rods.
Yep, definitely gonna need more copper sheets.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. Oh, okay, there we go. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Rods. Rods. Plates, there we go.
Oh boy.
Crossing the pond was a normal concrete node, so I'm basically moving everything over there. Screw using an impure if I don't have to.
Fair.
Alright, time to run back to base and pick up more copper sheets.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Not like I'm worried about them being in particularly short supply. Just, I don't have them on me. Let's go this way around. Just follow the edge of the earth until we get back to base.
Oh, good. The howling has begun.
Not good.
Downstairs neighbors have dogs, one of whom just howls when they're lonely or feeling put upon in any way.
Hmm.
And the dogs live in the small bedroom, which means underneath my bedroom.
Poor thing.
It's a hateful noise.
Alright, and I'm back. Very, very briefly. Copper sheets are in this one. That's really all I need.
Per minute. Oh.
Gonna need a bunch more of those very soon.
I can't believe I did that. I mean, I can, but I'm annoyed.
Okay. Very, very, very nearly there.
Yeah, you're not going to be doing that quickly. Nor are you.
Oh, that's a bad direction to pick. That's maybe a little too freeform, Spud. I'll just cut through the wetlands, he said.
Through the wetlands, he said. It'll be fun, he said.
Oh, what are you doing up here?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Concrete.
Concrete. Up here?
Yeah, this is a normal node. Trying to get the basic concrete production off of the pure node we have at base, because that's going to feed into the steelworks.
Ah.
Because we're going to want EIBs. We're going to want a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. Wow, planning very far ahead, but yes, you're correct.
I just don't want to have to put in the work later.
Yeah.
I am being lazy ahead of time.
That, I mean, strictly not. You're putting in additional work now. That doesn't sound lazy to me. Anywho.
Depends on how you look at it.
I need to make...
Truly, planning is the ultimate laziness when you think about it.
Alright, there we go. It's powered, it is going.
This way, please.
I feel like everything up to this stage is expandable, but everything I do after this point is going to be expendable. So I'm just making a couple of assemblers. Oh, I need 3 of those. There we go. Need more rotors.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. I'm picking you up. Okay, here we go. I picked you up.
All
Stop
right, now-
talking to me.
Now for the...
Oh, must be,
Oh, very long and arduous task of running the coal down here. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy, howdy.
got enough rips.
I have a lot, and it might not be enough. We'll see.
I threw some more raw materials into our little rips maker here at the base. So there's like another 20 some odd in there, which isn't saying much, but
Yeah. Like, the main factor against this spot to begin with was, oh, this is going to be a long way to conveyor some coal, huh?
We've got better miners, and Impure will be usable, but for the time being, it's just not worth it. Because I can get 2 constructors on the normal node.
you know, thought I was going to be clever and use smart splitters to do fun things with this, but I'm really just going to use straight boring splitters. Because once the bins are full, the overflow will all go into the assemblers. Because the rips recipe... Oh, that's right. We have the boiled plate version too, don't we? Ah. It's just plates and screws, and we make screws. Okay. It's mod frames that's the takes rips to do things part that we don't like so much.
Yeah.
But when we get to the point of doing mod frames and heavy mod frames, we'll have a dedicated site for just making those. Nyx and I have been through that before.
Oh, Lordy.
Mega site.
Yep. The Mega Works was honestly kind of fun. I made
It
like
was.
half of it.
Whip. Release. Whip.
Yeah, turns out
Release.
conveying 240 units of coal across the desert.
Oh,
It's
right.
pretty
It's
expensive.
the double belt.
Yeah. It's twice as expensive.
Like underpower these because the normal only gets 60 out. So if I just set both constructors to take in 30 at a time, it's good. Look at me trying to do math. What is this?
Oh boy, yeah, I don't have enough rips, but I was never going to have enough rips.
No. We will just send all of that over here for now. Okay. I just shut up and start building more foundations, boy.
I guess.
And always build bigger than you think you're going to need.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Where's the copy? Can I tear it down yet? I can start tearing some pieces.
I can at least place the rest of the stackable poles and just kind of map out the rest of the route.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
Oh, that's just going to clip through, huh? Well, we can't have that. That would be ugly.
Can't have ugly.
What else are you going to do with screws? Might as well. Okay, so you need screws, and you need screws. Well, sensing a theme here. 30 and 30. So that's 60. That's half of my ingots.
Yes.
Okay. Getting there. Thank goodness.
Emily's doing its job.
Okay. 25. So how do I get 5 out of that?
Yes, connected you. Concrete production at home look nice.
And there's our first disembark.
Okay. Right.
And there's the second. Okay. I only need gobs and gobs more rips to make this happen. Everything else is set up, more or less.
That is funny.
What?
So, because the biofuel generators are like barely needed, they are hardly burning any fuel.
Yep. They
Their
burn
timers
according
just
to...
aren't.
Yeah.
Their timers just aren't going down, and that's really funny to me. It's just like, so they're really just here in case we go over what the coal power plant is using.
I am not going to hook up any of the generators yet, or any of the extractors yet. But
We aren't going to make enough screws to keep both of these assemblers happy. Screw production has always been the bane anyway.
Yeah.
What I'll probably do is I'll just underclock the rotor assembler. Like going down to like 2 per minute instead of 4 per minute will still get us there, and that'll give us some excess screw production. To actually bin some. And I'm using the regular modular frame instead of the bolted frame because that takes more screws than I'm making. Admittedly, the temptation is to like run a freaking conveyor belt from Ethereum Central over there, just like bring wires over here and use them to make make the stitched iron plate. So I'm taking screws entirely out of the picture. But 60 per minute, 100 per minute. Yeah, I'll just cut that down. I know this is taking a little longer than I really hoped for, but Because now I've got to figure out the spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's spaghetti time.
Spaghetti.
All right, everything is basically structured and hooked up. I just need the rips to belt the rest of it. Probably in the many hundreds.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Mm.
So having faster rips production would be real good.
Rods and screws. Okay, let's turn you into rips. And you into mod frames. You're making plates, you're making those. Oh, I gotta get power up here too. All that, not
There's
anything about power.
Always something.
There's always something.
Always.
And it's gonna be ugly, and there's nothing I can really do about that.
Alright, let's sort out what's left over in my inventory real quick. Oh boy, okay.
Lights.
Well, I got most of a very large coal power plant done in a forward-thinking, extendable way.
Nice.
Nice.
So, yeah, once we can belt the coal to it, it can go online pretty much immediately. Alright.
We're just gonna tuck that off to the side for now. Iron plates and screws, please.
Oh boy.
You also need screws.
Oh, are we really doing this? Okay.
I'm afraid so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be at the craft bench for a bit if anyone needs me.
It is that time.
Welcome back to the actual craft bench podcast, because I will be here for some time. Oh boy. This this playthrough has gotten off to a much different start from the last co-op playthrough, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we did set ourselves a challenge,
Yep.
and we are reaping the erstwhile benefits of that.
Yep. Now we can all say we've done the desert start. So that we never have to do it again.
Yeah, that may be it. Ellipsis, never again. Yeah. Yeah, the power leads in the front of these. Yes.
The added tribulations of caring about wire clipping.
Alright, how am I getting rods to that guy?
Just carefully putting my mouse wire away. This game's great. I say, staring at the part of it that really isn't. You know, as elegant and efficient as you can be, sometimes you've got to solve a problem by just like brute forcing it out, and there's
Yeah.
in a
Sometimes
sort of
there's no way around that.
in a sort of like ugly way. There's a sort of like poetry to that, I think.
Did I just place a bunch of smart splitters? Oh, for the love of...
Maybe you don't need that many smart splitters.
I didn't need any smart splitters.
Hmm.
That was a complete waste of materials.
Time to reap and retry.
Yeah.
Alright. Our home base concrete production looks much nicer now.
I have a bad feeling that's not going to pan out. Yep. That is too tight. I cannot make that work. Ah!
This is why we build machines to do this for us. Even if, you know, the trade-off is having to wait for them to do it, at least you're not doing it.
True.
Alright, make me an assembler, but this time put it a little bit further away. So that the logistics don't suck. And that's why you always make sure to give yourself all the room. And then when you think you've given yourself enough room, give yourself more because you didn't.
Yep.
Every time.
Every time.
Every freaking... The conveyor belt has an invalid shape. Are you kidding me?
Love it when it tells me that. Love it so much.
Yeah. Can I just...
I had that fun with the pipelines just a little while ago.
Fine, I will just conveyor belt this stupid thing up and it'll be spaghetti looking and I just don't care anymore. At least that way I can get the overflow to go that way, which is what I needed. Because that is the thing that is... You do... Rotors. Let's gotta be the rotors. Nothing else
Always
could
rotors.
possibly be. Because this is rips. And now I hate how it looks because it's all cattywampus. Okay.
Oh yeah, that
boy.
really did throw a fit on you.
Yeah, it was not happy. It was not of the happy making. You know what? I actually don't. I don't want that either. Well, I know what I'm gonna have to do. I'm just not gonna like doing it. Did we do have the ability to do the standing thingies, right?
Standing stackable conveyor poles?
Yes, yes we do. Okay.
Yeah, I placed a bunch of those for the coal line.
Now it's probably not in the right place, but you know what?
No,
It
you
worked.
did
It's
it.
perfect. Oh wow, I actually lined that up perfectly.
You really did. That's amazing.
That wasn't gonna get any better. Okay. Because that's the one that needs those things. Okay, fully automated.
Sounds like you're all having a great time over there.
Well,
Just watching Dad build.
I just got it so that the automatic fed rip thingy is actually has automatic feeding.
Ah.
What I need now is to get outputs into bins.
Hmm.
And the reason I've got all these splitters and things is so that I can be like, okay, now the overflow goes to actual bins. I am ignoring this mod frame assembler over here for now. I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's just, we don't have the bandwidth for it. We're being paid to not care.
Yeah.
So those are rips. Those are rotors. They're going to go out over here.
Do we want to take them down to ground floor, maybe?
That's what I'm trying to do. Is like, I want to get them downstairs. I'm just trying to decide, punch a hole in this and do it that way. Yeah.
I got
Okay,
you.
that
I'll be on the ground.
Okay, I will get you. I'll get you materials to that location.
I believe we
Yep,
did
I'll get
get
you a ground floor.
the floor conveyor pole. Or floor conveyor hole.
Did we?
I believe so.
Logistics. Yes, we did. We did buy the conveyor lift holes. Oh, well, in that case, yeah. All right, give me a second. Let me.
Make some holes. I'll bring them over to where I need them.
Yep. Because you need. It's one away. It's never like right at the thing. You have to go one away from it,
Yeah.
or it behaves weird. Okay. Oh, nope. Not for assemblers. For assemblers, apparently you need them right up against. Alright, that's learning experience.
I am so sorry, everyone. I'm making so many rips by hand.
Okay, so where is the ground from here? Oh, you have placed some stuff. Okay, there you go. You are on that.
Yep. Told
Cool.
you I'd be on it.
You are on it. So sweet.
If I put those facing the right direction, I should check.
Like they've got sources, so they should not.
Yeah, it's already
route the wrong way.
It's already saying where they go. I just had to check that first because it's just like, oh, I forgot to actually check.
Yeah, it took me forever to learn how those conveyor holes actually work properly. Like, you actually do just put it to the hole. You don't put it through, because then you're clipping.
Hmm.
You actually you hit it at the hole,
Yeah, you connect it to the hole. So if you put it through, it fucking
It's clipping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, we are making rips automatically,
Huzzah!
and we're making rotors. We'll be making rotors automatically once... What is your dommage? Silly thing. Nope. There we go.
They now feed 2 bins.
Excellent.
Here they come down.
How many are we making a minute?
We are making 4 rotors per minute at the moment, and 5 rips per minute.
Gotcha.
It's not super speedy, I will grant you. But relying on screws is the problem.
Yeah.
Which is why it might not be a terrible idea to just grab that. Grab one of the assemblers, like maybe the rotor's assembler, and just rebuild it over next to the other iron stuff for now, just so we're like making rips like crazy. Because heaven knows that is our bottleneck right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have your dedicated rips thing over there, rips at the home hub, and this new rips doohickey. And meanwhile, I will try to figure out how the rest of that's going to work. I need to look at what you did down there. Okay.
There is space to expand. So.
I'm probably going to punch some more holes. I'm going to punch 3 more holes, because that'll
Okay.
be screws, rods, and what have you.
All right, I will get ready to make bins for them.
I just got to decide where I want those to be. That is rods. Suppose I can just punch one just over here next to all the rest of this.
Welcome to the part of the stream where we count down from 100.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I think it goes like that. Alright, a hole has appeared for rods.
Rods. All right.
That is a merger, not a splitter.
Oh boy, okay.
I can't believe it's eating all the screws I can feed it. Ugh.
Okay.
And I put in a 3rd screw maker underclocked, so we're not going over the number of ingots we make, but
Ways of doing this might be a little unconventional, but I don't care. It's working, and that's all I care about.
tell you what. Temporary. Splitter.
Fix the power lines a smidge so that it's not going through the whole construction platform. 'Cause that was going to bother me if I kept it that way.
Fair enough. Okay, did I get placement of the hole correct? Probably not, but we'll find out in a moment.
All right, now let's see how much more of the line I can do with all those rips I just made. Actually, before that.
Okay, so there's plates.
All right.
Before we do that, brilliant idea. Stop by the actual assembler.
They're being fed to a bin.
Excellent. 50, 50, and
Yep. Okay, that's
20,
I'm gonna need
120,
all those.
60.
Not me realizing I made these jank and didn't even need to, but hey, whatever.
This is very temporary. I am not going to worry about that.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, the bits up to where I'm making the 3 key ingredients is okay, but everything after that, the assemblers and storage and everything, is very temporary. This is not even close to the final form of...
I should probably stop
Iron
by
Works.
and look at what you guys are making. Have been
I have
talking
just
about while I've been-
downclocked the rotors to 2 per minute, which saves me screws.
Oh, there you go. So you have some screws to bin.
Yeah, I'm going to actually put a smart splitter in the path.
do
Be nice if you
overflow
could
bin
replace.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have an overflow bin for screws, but purely only overflow.
Yeah.
Because I want the priority to be... oh, you are... Okay, so center output. Screws. Right output. Also screws.
Hello.
Left output. Overflow. Oh, don't do that. But of course, because I placed a... Yeah, I'll refer to that. Because I placed a splitter where a previous splitter had been.
The whole thing freaked out.
Yeah, it's like it stopped feeding the belt. So I'm like, no, 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 no. Get that stuff over there. Okay, so center and right are screws. Overflow is on the left. So there's about to be another hole punched in the floor.
Alright.
I think it's going to be there. Okay, that is the one for screws.
Alright.
It shouldn't see much in the way of activity
Traffic.
because... Yeah, you're probably not going to see screws come out of it because I've got the 2 assemblers using 60 each per minute, and we're making 120.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing 50 per minute, so there'll be 10 extra. It won't be a lot of screws, but we usually don't need a lot of spare, just loose screws.
This is the single one that looks good.
Really.
This single setup that isn't kind of skiddly in some fashion. That's
Alrighty.
hilarious.
Nice.
Look at that. This single one right here.
That just, yeah. That went right in there, didn't it?
It really did.
Meanwhile, I'm drawing lines of power cables and conveyors across the desert.
Okay, there's rods in there, there's plates in there. We've got 44 rips. And 21 rotors already.
Yeah.
Not
What's
bad for
great-
only barely going online.
What's great is this ironworks can eventually have those 2 iron nodes feeding into it that are right
Oh,
nearby.
we can have... There's like 5 nearby.
Right, 5 here. Oh yeah, there's one right there. There's one right there. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah, no,
gosh,
I've
there's
got-
so many.
I've got ideas for this place. We have barely begun to scratch the surface of what this is going to be like.
Just build the building massively to the south, and you've got 4 more iron nodes to tap into, and then there's that one to the east.
I chose this one because it's in the middle of like 6 of them.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. 2 there, 1 there. 2
Okay,
there.
until we get signage, I'm going to do the little lip out the front trick,
Yeah.
so you can see what the heck's in each of these. It's old school, but there you go.
Yeah, might as
The
well.
old school was founded for a reason.
Yep. I apologize that the iron plates and the rips are right next to each other, so you'll be looking at flat thing next to flat thing, but you know what, whatever.
There's stylized flat thing and then flat thing.
Yep. the pancake and the knobby pancake.
The green and steel just makes the space elevator pop in the nighttime.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so yes, and we already have 50 rips now. And actually, I can throw some rips in there. I don't need them anymore for what I'm doing. So we've got 90 plus rips in a bin over here. That's progress.
Yeah, that is.
Ah,
You try to slide jump uphill.
no, I'm...
Oh, you're
fact that those,
zip-lining.
I'm zip lining and that power pole is like at a depression.
Mm-hmm.
And the power line's in a straight line, and the zip line thingy does not like going through a power pole.
Oh my god, how close is this going to be? I'm going to hate this.
There's some more wire in there because, well, and there's about 40 rips in the one at the base.
There's like 130 rotors though, so that's awesome.
I hate this so
Not close,
much.
huh?
I cut it so close. I just barely made it with like I
Oh.
came here. I came here with like 750 rips. I'm down to like 20.
Good lord.
All right, time to hook up the water generators and bring this power plant online. Thank goodness.
Squeak.
Oh, I put those in the wrong
That.
spot.
That.
Wait, what was the other thing I needed? Right, you are doing that.
Okay.
Funny enough, we do have enough rotors to unlock the basic steel production, but we don't actually care about basic steel production right now.
We are doing other things at the moment.
Yep.
All right, coal is on its way down the cliff.
Woohoo. The funny thing is, meanwhile, the original Ironworks has been cranking out stuff too, so it's like, yeah, okay.
The tier 1 products we should have a decent amount of, except for
Yeah.
except for all the stuff I rated to make a whole bunch of rips by hand. Thousands of screws.
I know what I can do. It's gonna be an adventure, but I love it.
Uh-oh, an adventure.
I'm gonna go harvest our
Please just tell me
quartz
this works and I
production
don't
and
have to
bring it
think about
home.
it again.
Yeah, I did some of that earlier, but it's probably pretty full up out there now.
Just get there.
Yeah. It will be the next thing we have to do,
Oh, you're
though.
kidding me.
Oh geez, I
Actually-
see the miners holding the coal.
Oh man, I would have been so mad. I accidentally had a placeholder Mark 1 belt in one of the entrances to the system.
Oh!
I'm very glad I caught that.
No doubt.
What happens if you've got different types of
It
conveyors on top of each other?
you will have a speed bottleneck.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
he just said basically part of the production would have been slowed down.
Basically, I had a tiny segment of Mark 1 between a bunch of Mark 2s, which means everything coming through would have been slowed to 60 units per minute.
Do not want.
And the speed of the conveyors after it would not have mattered because they would only be receiving 60 units per minute.
So the quartz production was not hooked up to the main power line. Its biomass
we hadn't
burner
done
had
that
turned
yet.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Milt.
just hooked it up.
It is indeed me and some of my family playing more Satisfactory co-op.
So, yeah.
So I'm actually going to do the milestone.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
We're at the point where that'll be the next thing anyway.
Yeah.
That'll get us a milestone for this
Milestone
session.
reached. Steel production unlocked. Foundry grants access to new, simple steel parts. An additional project park can now be constructed. Progress to the next phase is now possible.
Possible
Vehicular
if not particularly
transport.
practical.
Vehicular
And-
transport is meh, but it gives us inventory slots.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But more importantly, advanced steel production, minor Mark II.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, admittedly, conveyor belt 3 would also be nice. That's logistics Mark III.
We
But
will
Mark
need
II
both
miners?
eventually, yeah.
Excuse me.
First things
Yeah,
first,
I'm
though,
gonna-
getting basic steel production online, so we have the products for that.
Yeah. Yeah, vehicular transport, the only thing it gets us is 3 inventory slots, which, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, the secondary coal power plant is coming online with 16 generators.
Hey.
That is a tough call. Advanced steel production, minor Mark II, motors, and EIBs. Logistics Mark III is conveyor belt Mark IIIs and power storage and the big storage bins.
Hmm.
Big storage bins. We would need EIBs anyway, though.
The conveyor belt Mark IIIs are steel made. So,
Oh, that's right. That is the steel. That's
the EIBs are the Mark IVs.
yeah.
Yep, Mark IIIs
Oh.
are just steel beams.
Yeah,
But
the
on the other hand, though, minor Mark II,
minor Mark II. I think that's
Yeah,
The
it's
one
I really
Yeah.
feel like that's the priority.
it's not a complete step on its own, but yeah, it might as well be the next step we do because we'll want all that stuff anyway.
Yeah, that is rough because I'm flip-flopping on this. I almost want to say logistics Mark III anyway because Mark III belts.
true.
Yeah.
I mean, power storage is nice. The industrial storage containers, very nice. Mark III belts and lifts
Yeah.
makes a lot of our logistical problems. Screws. Anything to do
Screws.
with screws needs the freaking Mark III belts. You want faster rips? We need the Mark III belts.
That's entirely correct, yeah.
Alright, I'm picking logistics. Not happy about it. Because as you can see, it needs...
Steel beams.
At least it's
What?
only
Yeah.
it's only basic steel production though.
Yeah.
And that won't be
Once
bad.
we have a steelworks online at all, we will be.
It'll be done. Yeah.
It'll be in business. Yeah.
Now I'm tempted to start building one. Mm,
Well,
Would
the
be done.
steelworks is going to be here, basically.
I know.
Which means finishing the teardown of Hub Zone version 1.0. Because it's iron and some coal and some copper. But mostly iron.
So
Yep.
once all the coal generators are online, we should be hovering at around 1,800 megawatts, which should be plenty of
Ooh,
headroom
you'll be able to
for.
tear-
Spiky graph.
We'd be able to tear down the biofuel generators at that point.
Yep.
Well, considering it looks like some of the new generators are coming online, because I'm looking at the spikiness of that graph.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
They're doing the dance of, like, you know, partially coming online and whatnot.
I'll give it 5 minutes and then start tearing down.
Sounds good.
Because the horizontal conveyor splitter system has to populate a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I no longer need... I'm tearing down the hand-fed rotor maker at the home base because
Don't need it anymore.
we now have an actual fully automated rotor maker.
We've got 2 automated rips makers.
Okay. We got there.
Yep. And there is a mod frame maker at the not at all fancy new ironworks.
And when it comes time to extend these with Mark II miners and Mark III belts, I should have plenty of room to do so.
Wheat.
Yeah.
The basic copper production at the base is finally finished.
I see that. Oh, look at that. The end of an era. That's funny, they make you do steel production with Mark I miners.
Yeah, they do.
This
When
seems rude.
steel production doesn't even get you the Mark II belts, so it's just like, why?
Alright, you want me to do the same thing with the ironworks over here? Just like start turning off source to it? Let it drain like you did the copper?
Yeah.
The hub
Yeah, it's
ironworks?
probably good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I have just taken away its ore source. I'm just going to sink the freaking ore I just picked up, because...
Alright, it's starting to level out, so I'm going to take out a few of the biofuel generators.
Sulfur, iron ore.
Actually,
Bye-bye.
I should head over there and plant a marker real quick, just so it's not just, hey, it was somewhere over there.
Yeah. Because these biofuel generators aren't technically running, they don't actually show up on the graph at all. Because they're not
Interesting.
actually using fuel.
I think they kind of show up on the graph as, like, capacity rather than production.
Production. Yeah. It's the fainter gray capacity line.
Yep, now it's coming down to meet up with the production line.
Looking a little different now. Oh, and there's your big concrete bin going. I haven't even looked at your
Milestone
bio
exchange
thingy yet.
concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
Right, the ugly mess of wires that was our hub is now cleaned up.
Yay! Oh, that's the... I see you're down there. Okay. Do I have any random plant life on me? I do not. Okay. Well, that's funny. You basically just took power away from the hub entirely. I love it. It doesn't need it, so who cares?
Yeah. Well, eventually we need
Alright.
to tear down the hub and put it on a platform, so...
Yeah, it's... Yeah. Yeah. Grr.
Alright, coal power beta is marked and established. Heading back to base.
Woohoo. What's left of it?
Yeah, I'm curious to see how different it looks after my long exodus into the desert.
I'm still feeding... I'm still feeding the stitched iron plate assembler that's over here just because rips.
Mm-hmm. Run out to the Ethereum node, pick up some quick wire and things, and get rid of that biofuel generator that's out there.
That works.
This is the last one that's hooked up to the power line.
Yeah, it is fairly significant.
Well, it's funny. We put the feeds to the space elevator in the back.
Oh.
We put the console up front facing the ramp, and both pairs of feeds are in the back.
That's...
Well, cool. Anything we want to feed up there, we can have it
Just build it in
come
the
up
back.
through the... Yep. Build it underneath between the platforms, put holes in the floor, and...
Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Biomass burner. Bye-bye. There we go. Capacity and production have now met up.
Excellent. And our
Yep,
capacity is
It's getting up there.
good.
1725 peak. It'll get up to 1800 soon enough. Ah. I do so love making power plants. Apparently.
Okay, I believe the smelters are about done. Tearing down the belts to them.
That's the big ol' ironworks. Where did copper go? Over there?
Yeah, copper went up to the north towards the pond near our base.
Gotcha.
Just past the limestone at our base.
Oh, did I fill up too much stuff? Yes, I filled up too much stuff. Oops. Chucky darn. What's that? Just have to sink some random ingots? Oh well.
Chucky darn.
Oh. And that'll make us something anyway. Maybe we'll get another ticket out of it. Take all. But don't do that. Oh, that was a Mark II belt. Yeah. Getting some rips back out of this.
Hey.
'Cause remember, we filled this whole section with rips to make all this production go better.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the constructors are not done yet, so until they go dark, I won't tear anything else out. I'm going to take out these first couple of splitters, though, because there's nothing else coming out of those. Hmm.
Didn't quite power everything back here with the copper.
Did I not?
Taken out a well, you may have taken out a power pole that fed that direction too. When you were doing all the power pole cleanup after the after clearing out the bio thingies,
Mm-hmm.
may have lost one along the way.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And didn't put in a second smelter to handle the other 30 ore, but I got you.
Yeah. I had it set up to already get to be able to expand, so.
Well, there was ore in the middle of...
Was there ore right here?
There was ore blocking this constructor on the belt.
Oops. That must have been left over from my bungling of forgetting the smelters entirely.
Alright, let's see. It's power shards.
It's basic copper production. It's going.
There we go. Now we're online.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm usually pretty good about that, but
A little more ore.
let it not be said that I did not inherit a little bit of Mom's space caseness.
Okay, so almost getting down there. You're still making stuff.
Okay, I think that clears things out for now. So now copper production is actually restored.
Cool.
At least in some small capacity. Not quite as much as we had, but still.
Yeah, because that's a normal node, but we want the pure on the steelworks.
That's interesting. We're actually running almost all the things that we even can run. I've never seen the consumption and max consumption lines that close. Usually you've got some chunk of real estate where nothing's actually happening. But we're basically running full tilt at the moment.
Yeah, everything
With
is...
the exception of probably the constructors for the bio handling. It's probably the only thing that's not actually running.
Yeah, the biofuel. I think there's only one thing running in there right now, and that's the one making the solid biofuel. Yeah, it's still running.
There's also a powered miner that's just doing nothing right now.
Where's that?
The
Back-
iron.
back-
Oh, is it the one over here? The iron. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
back
good.
at the pure...
He didn't
pure
take the
iron.
wire off. Take the wire off of it to stop it from digging.
It's not going to hurt anything. It's just
Yeah,
gonna
not
sit-
that,
well, actually,
like... You know...
Come to think of it, I actually am going to do something about that, just so I can put a...
Platform on it.
yeah. For Pete's sake. So now it'll be actually tied to a platform.
Yeah, that's what I've done with all the miners I've used, is put a platform under it.
Y'all in node platforms. I just slap everything down where it is. But then again,
Funny enough, you can actually get it pretty tall away from the node itself, because like the copper one, it's sitting on a tall platform.
I have noticed that. I did not know you could get it that high off the node itself and still count.
Yeah.
It's amazing how far it'll dig through, yeah.
You can't get it much higher than the one I have on the copper node.
It's still
but
significant,
you can get it
though.
pretty tall. Yeah.
That's a few meters of lift right there.
Oh, you are out of ingots. You are not making any more stuff ever again. Boop. And you've got only 1 ingot, so that's not enough. The other pairs of machinery are still churning through their stuff, so...
Yep.
It's just the container full of iron plates that is idle now. We're getting there. At this point, it is just about top of the hour. And we are not actively building a steelworks yet. I think like, the next move is going to be... The next move is going to be to finish tidying this up. I kind of get the feeling we're going to want the steelworks to actually be where all that iron stuff is. That kind of feels like the best place, or that or near there.
Well, we've got the iron. We got 2 pure iron nodes to work with, and we got a fair bit to work with here.
I might call dibs on building the steelworks. I don't know. I really liked building the one on our
that
world
might
bed.
that might actually just be an all hands on deck thing. We might want to just make that a group project of all of us pitching in on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces involved in that. You definitely need... Well, you definitely need the iron is the biggest part, but also the coal and routing that. And what was it we wanted the copper for? There was some part of it that we wanted the copper to be involved in.
The steelworks?
It doesn't need copper itself, I don't think.
No, the copper was to help with rotors, because that turns into motors.
Oh, well, copper, you're going to end up using copper for stators unless you do it with Caterium, but the Caterium is so far away that...
Yeah, we're going to have to
use
do
copper for that. So when we get to the point of making motors, but that's more of an ironworks thing anyway, so I feel like the motors is going to happen closer to the ironworks.
I'm pretty sure the copper's needed for something. I just need to remember.
Yeah,
because I remember... I'm trying to think of the steelworks we had in our game and what I was using the copper for, because I know I was feeding wires into the steelworks for some reason.
An alternate recipe that we might not have right now?
Who knows?
Oh, right. The reason we need motors is because we're going to want to start getting all the freaking hard drives that have motors nearby, or motor requirements.
Yep.
But we haven't even unlocked that yet, so...
Yeah, no, not yet.
You're done. You're done.
But we're going to probably want to site... Actually, yeah, I'm looking at all that former ironwork stuff. That's not the best place for it, because we're going to want someplace relatively equidistant from both of the iron nodes and that coal. Because those are the 2 things that really needs most.
Which is basically this canyon here.
That's great. Let's cram a steelworks into a narrow defile. Or we just build an arch, build it over these...
build up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We build up.
Just go up one of these and build up. It's not like we're worried about liquids, so we're not worried about head lift.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of up here. Where's the coal near here? I never remember
it's
where that is.
like...
I'm standing basically at the coal.
Oh, wow.
There's
it's
one
right
here.
there.
There's 3 here because there's this one, and this one all next to each other.
Oh yeah, it's just a triangle of coal here.
So, yeah, kind of like over this canyon. Like literally just build over this canyon between these two ridges, between these two little islands.
Yep.
Like right where that power line goes across the two.
Mm-hmm.
Because that gives us that iron node, all that coal. And those are the 2 main things we need.
Yep, and then limestone's right there for when we need to add that for EIBs
And
later.
EIBs, yep. I'm looking right at that limestone going, oh yeah.
Which limestone?
Pure
limestone.
limestone right here.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hello. I didn't need to move the concrete production at all. Cool.
It's fine. Doesn't hurt anything.
Well, I kept the one at base working anyways, so.
Yeah. Yeah, we will have EIBs to burn, which is good because they are a belt material, if nothing else.
Yeah. Hello, Alpha Spitter. How you doing, buddy?
I was gonna say, I heard a noise.
He's up on top of that pillar to your left.
Oh, he's up there wondering why I'm taunting him.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a dang shame, isn't it? I love they make it like this kind of jumping puzzle, bunch of rocks. You're like, yeah, if you really want to, you can try to JP your way up there.
Well, overall, I'd say it's been a productive session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a couple hundred rips in this rip facility. Shame we're going to tear it apart next session.
I mean, it definitely helped me finish the job on coal plant beta, because like I made 550 by hand, and then in that time it made another 200 for me, so I just grabbed it, and I needed all of it. So,
all right. Where are we anyway? There's everybody.
And this is sorry, I went over to the ironworks to check it out one more time.
Oh yeah, well we'll meet over there. We'll log from there. That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will use my zip line one more time.
Rods, plates, rips, rotors.
I'm not sinking anything yet, so when it hits max capacity, it's just gonna stop, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we're not in a dire need of max producing and overflow sinking.
Yeah, not so much. Not until like smart splitters are super easy and trivial to plop down.
Oh, I can do that now. We've got the AA limiters. They're not that hard to make. I mean, I'm using one for this already. I've got a smart splitter up top, grabbing the little bit of...
None so far.
Which hasn't happened yet. So far, we have never had a... never had any excess screws. I didn't think that was going to happen. So I feel like I made... Because it should be 110 between the two assemblers with an extra 10 left over, but maybe I did the math wrong. You're using 50 a minute.
110 is 220.
And I'm making 20 and 50 and 50.
120.
I wonder if I just...
Maybe it's just not
Did I
actually
bobble?
connected.
Yeah, phone.
Because that's 5 per minute. That's 25 between those. That's 30. So 30, 30.
Last
15,
minute.
and 15 is another 30.
Troubleshooting.
I think I may have had one too many 30s. 30 and 30 is 60. That leaves me another 120. That's 30. That's 30 is another 60. No, I think it should be fine. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter that much. Anyway. I will pop down for... Boop. Here we are. It is a masterpiece of something. Where'd you go? There you are. Boop. And I will get a save marker out of this. Save game A3 third day. Boop. It was quite a day.
It was quite a day.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again. We will have more of this fun again next time. Hopefully this is the last real super sloggy bit. Now that we've got this automated, we should be past the worst of that.
Now that we've factorized a bunch of our basic production, yeah. But we'll see. 3 players tend to go very fast. And need a lot of materials.
And need a lot of materials. Like, more hands to get more done, but more hands grabbing materials.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will do this again next time. Thank you again. Peace out.
Thanks for hanging out.